Hello everybody, thank you for your locations, for your time, and I hope you all health in good condition. And I'm very sorry we can't met together in as our plan in ICAR venue, but in this occasions, by this video I will present you my research paper entitled Business Intelligence Model Construction to improve sugarcane yield for a sustainable sugar industry. And this is written by myself, Muhammad Asrol, from Bina Nusantara University, and also my co-author, Professor Marmin, Professor Mahfud, and Associate Professor Yani from IVB University. And in these occasions, I will present you 4 sections, and the first section I will talk about introductions, then the second one method, the third one result discussion, and finally conclusion. When it comes to the first sections, introductions, in these sections I will talk about research objectives and also the background why we choose this topic for this conference. Firstly, this is the main topic actually of our paper. It is about business intelligence. And we know that this is business intelligence have so many have applied in many research area, and we know together that business intelligence is an operational architecture, and many researchers and also practitioners have applied this business intelligence as a business because they assist in decision making, and also they recommend solution in many problems in industry, and also they provide visualization that makes decision maker very understand well to the problems. And also why this business intelligence is very important because they use database, they connect it to the database, and they get valuable information from database, and they then provide information and valuable information and how to make solution for the decision makers. And in this research, we will apply this business intelligence for the sugar industry because we know, especially in Indonesian sugar industry, they face so many problems, and we need to pre-process our data from the sugar industry and how we construct the decision making to make more sustainable sugar industry as the main problem of sugar industry in Indonesia. And this is maybe a brief introduction about Indonesian sugar industry. And I think you have been know that sugar industry, they hold a significant role for our economics, but also we need sugar industry for our consumptions. They also give any gross product domestic brutto, and also, but actually sugar industry in Indonesia, they face so many problems. The main problem is about of course sustainability. In every topic in industry they also face sustainability, but in sugar industry it is very dangerous because they face production sustainability. Actually, sugar industry produce sugar that produced from the sugar cane, and also they process sugar cane from the complex and specific process. But the main problem is the main problem of sugar industry is about the sugar cane, the availability of the sugar raw materials, and also the quality and the sugar content of the sugar in the sugar cane. That we want to solve this problem and how to improve the sugar cane, sugar content of the sugar cane. And in this occasion, I will give any explanation about sugar content. The sugar cane is planted by the smallholder farmer for 12 months, and then harvest and sent to the mills. But to know the quality of the sugar cane, they have sugar content on the sugar cane. The sugar content means that potential sugar compound in sugar cane and they stated in percent. It means that if you have 6% of your sugar content, it means that you have 6% potential of sugar produced from the specific sugar cane. And this is the main problem of sugar industry in Indonesia, because if we see the data that now Indonesian sugar content is only about 6 to 8%, but actually it is possible to increase. Many researchers have been found that Indonesian sugar cane is potential to increase about 10 to 12%, as we found in Australia and also India and also Japan. This is actually our occasions, our opportunity, and how to improve the sugar content through business intelligence and optimizations. I think this is very, very interesting. The research motivation about business intelligence and links to sugar content and sugar industry, that actually the improvement of the sugar content is very possible to do. Business intelligence have ability to solve this problem on how to monitor the sugar content based on a relative or specific attribute. That's why I think many empirical examples also prove that improve of sugar content is possible to be finished and possible to be done using many methods. But in this case, we will apply business intelligence approach. That's why the research objective of this paper is constructing business intelligence architecture for improving sugar content of sugar cane yields through specific KPI using business intelligence. We come to the methods. I will talk about research stage here, data analysis, and also BI architecture. This is the research stage of our paper, that we designed the architecture of our business intelligence or BI, and then we collected the data, and then we do data acquisition from the ERP, from the many source of the data from the sugar industry documents and etc. And then we do pre-processing data by extract, transport, and load, and then from then we make data marks, and then we do attribute selections to define KPI, key performance index of the sugar content, and then we make using relief algorithm, and then we make models to predicting the sugar content using SVM, super vector machine, and then we develop graphical user interface, and finally we make recommendation on how to improve the sugar content of the sugar cane by this scorecard or graphical user interface. This is very common to do pre-processing data. I think it is very simple, that we collect from many data using ERP, and then we do extraction, transport, and load, and we get from many sources of data, and we make data marks. In the second stage, we apply a relief algorithm for the data marks, and we define which attributes have most affected the sugar content performance. And the third one, we applied a super vector machine to predicting the sugar content by the key performance indicator. I think this is very interesting. In this part, we got models to predicting the sugar content, and finally we visualize it using business intelligence architecture by graphical user interface. We come to the main parts of this research, result investigations. I will tell you step by step how we execute our research plan. Firstly, this is the previous research actually of our paper, that the WIT in 1992 had proved that the improvement of sugar content is very possible to do using many techniques. Also, Ferraro have also found that improving a production factor, especially for sugar content, is very possible by monitoring from many attributes of productions, and then the new one Regis and also came in 2014 that this is very possible to use data mining models to predicting the sugar content from many attributes. That's why this is the opportunity of our research, that business intelligence architecture has an opportunity to solve this problem by using data mining technique. The first one, we do pre-processing data, that we collected data firstly from the ERP, and then we make data warehouse from the many source of the ERP. We make data warehouse that related to the sugar content, and then we extract, transform, and load, and we got data marts. In data marts, after we selected from many attributes, then we define 9 attributes from the pH, temperature, rainfall, and also age of sugar cultivation, and the targeted data that we want to know, that is the sugar content performance. I think this is the example of our data: soil pH, relative humidity, pole, early sugar, and the targeted value is sugar content. And we hope this sugar content increase by the increase and control these attributes. For the relief architecture, we have designed in Orange software. This is open source software, and the relief algorithm will using its algorithm will define and evaluate each attribute and evaluate the associations between attributes for the sugar content performance. And finally, we got the weight of each our 9 attributes for the sugar content, and we define 3 most valuable with the highest weight of the attributes that to define the sugar content performance, that they are soil pH, sugarcane age, relative humidity, and it will be applied to predicting the sugar content based on this result. The next step, we define SVM model to predicting our sugar content using this KPI or attribute. That SVM is supervised algorithm that we need data training and data testing. And this model will define hyperplan. If you know hyperplan, they will define hyperplan and predicting the model about which levels that should this data to be classified. This is the result of our SVM, that we apply this using computer software, and we find the hyperplan to predicting the model, and then this hyperplan of course the mathematical models of this is on the visualization of our model. This is will apply for the graphical user interface. Actually, this is the main models of our business intelligence to use for predicting the sugar content performance. Finally, we have defined and we have developed our graphical user interface, and we got here the user interface project that we applied relevant algorithm result and also SVM models. We have here soil pH, sugarcane age, or relative humidity as the KPI as the result of relevant algorithm before, and this is the sugar content prediction. We got this from the SVM models, and this histogram, that means the predicting model, and we have also the recommendation. But if the decision maker execute this recommendation, it is predicting that they will get increase in their sugar content, and improving the sugar content, of course they will improve their production sustainability of the sugar industry. Finally, this is the conclusion of our research, that business interaction have opportunity to develop and maintain the sugar industry performance and sustainability. Relevant algorithm firewall to define KPI, and then also super factor machines, they classify and predicting the model wells, and We also have succeeded to define graphical user interface, and this model has give recommendation how to improve their sugar content, and they also have visualization of their visualization of the sugar content performance based on the data. But our recommendation for further research that it is very very important to use real-time data. That this real-time data is very we can get it from the sensors, and the result of the sensors will we can transfer it to the data mart that we make it online, and the data will be real time. I think that's all I thought and presented to you. I hope you all helped, and I hope my presentation is very valuable for the science and knowledge.